And we're back once again, only on its after hours, only on Full Swap Radio. And joining me here on location, this young lady here. A lot of people know her from, well, her recent nomination for Best Production Studio with Stephouse. And, well, you know her from being one of the most beautiful, intelligent, very hardworking, and dare I say, accomplished performers in this industry. I give you all the way from Italy, now in the United States. I give you it's Valentina Bellucci. So Valentina, let's start off here with the baby, Step House, Triple X. Forget about just the AV nomination. How nice is it that this company is still going strong? You're still in the black, as they say, but it's something you created from scratch. It's yours. It's you basically you created it. And how much do you take pride that you are a business owner?
Yeah, this is amazing. I feel like fully accomplished because I feel like it wouldn't be enough just to be enough for me to be performer, only a performer. I wanted something more. It's probably because I'm pretty ambitious and I like to challenge myself and I'm pretty determined and motivated. So I had to do something more. Since I always express interest, with the camera, and I like to be not only in front of the camera, talking about like modeling and stuff I've done before joining the industry, but I also enjoyed, filming. I like to take photos. I like to observe, I'm pretty intuitive, so I like the creativity and all the artistic aspect related with filming. So I had to give it a try, and like you said, it makes me even prouder that I know I've created it from scratch. Of course, I did it with Vince, my husband, and he's been a huge help. In the whole process, but yeah, it's amazing. It's like you said, it's like your little baby, because you created it from A to Z. I mean, there is no Z because we're still growing. But from scratch. Yep.
So, what do you do in terms of the company? I know that you're the owner, but how much do you also work on like script, casting, doing even like editing in terms of like, oh, we'll be on set, even if you're not performing, you'll like start tweaking stuff. All right, like we've heard from like some studios with like Black, they pick down everything to the exact detail. How much do you like being hands on? How much do you like giving the performers sort of like, okay, this is what I want, but you can be creative. You can, come in different looks. How much do you, sort of balance between being a micromanager and somebody who's more hands off?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question because actually no one ever asked me that question before. So, I like to control things. I'm not gonna say I'm a control freak, but I'm a perfectionist for sure. And I like to be involved. So I spend as much time as I possibly can. I do not edit. This would be probably impossible to add that on my plate. The editing part, we have an amazing editor. Mm, so I do coordinate everything with him in terms of like editing. If it's not me, it's Vince, so we take turns, and also I do write a script, so it's both of us, either him or myself. I mean, my husband or myself. We write scripts based on our fans' expectations. We do listen to our fans' needs. So I always say, you guys just send all your ideas. I'm very open to it. Even our camera guy, I asked him last time, hey, why don't you come up with a script? Because I kind of wanted, to adjust some things. And I asked him for advice, and I'm like, okay, this is actually a great advice. Let's move on with that because I loved it, because I wanna hear the feedback from fans because they're like ultimately they're the ones watching. So we really want to make their dreams come true. So that's that. Editing, script, what else? Oh, and casting, you said. Casting, it's something that we both collaborate on. We talk to the people. Of course, we have a nice base of people and the performers we worked with, so we definitely hire them again. However, we also wanted to find new talent, so we definitely brainstorm together and do some kind of casting, right? And just we definitely want to have people of different ages, of different shapes, colors, everything, because there is always something that fan is waiting for, that he can rely to, so yeah, there are a lot of aspects involved, in the whole process, which sometimes makes it a little challenging, and uh but it's also very exciting, to be able to participate in every stage of the whole process.
Let's talk about the scripts. How tough is that? Not just writing it, but writing it so that it sounds realistic, and then getting people who can actually pull this off. Because that's a trick. A lot of porn stars or adult performers, or even content creators, they'll tell me like, "I want to how to do scripts. I just want to go out and have sex. I don't want to think about this stuff. I don't want to memorize lines." That's already a separate, group of people, and then you want to find people who can just naturally, be the character. So for
Mhm.
you, how much goes into that? Like, how much do you go, okay, I'm going to spend X amount of hours writing the script, figuring out, because I want to make it sound like it's realistic, and then find people who can go, okay, deliver it, not sound like they're reading off a teleprompter. This is great. Ooh, you are sexy. And you're going, oh, crap. Can you please be less robotic?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. So here is the thing. This is actually a big challenge, to find people that could, fit in well. The thing is that it's technically, you would think it's difficult, but having sex is not that difficult, right? If you feel you're a good fit, but that's taking us to the next level. You have to be able to act. We need to, the people that we work with, they have to be expressive, they have to be good at dialogue, they have to be, they have to have a sense of humor, because some of our movies are parodies, so but this is also exciting for me too, because I'm very expressive. I like to joke, talk and have fun, during set. But of course, first job needs to be done. That's the priority, obviously. But I also want to make it fun for the people I work with. And the reason I'm bringing it up is that I like to train them. I like to educate them, and that's something I'm taking from my own experience. Working with bigger studios, where the dialogue is always necessary. You have to be able to perform. You have to be able to give something more from yourself than just sex appeal, so to say. And my thing is that it can be challenged at times. Luckily we didn't have a lot of like fuck ups, so to speak. Most of the people we work with, they are amazing, they're great, they are great listeners. So, and they basically create amazing characters, and that's super exciting, that every movie is very unique, because the people we work with, they create that magic.
So, what do you look for in performers? I mean, you say that all shapes, sizes, but you want somebody who, as I said, fits what you're doing, fits the character. So, how do you go about doing that? And how tough is that sometimes when you're in California, gonna shoot maybe in Vegas, or you'll shoot in Florida, or you're shooting one of the exoticas or at AVN, and you're trying to figure out, on the fly. And most conversations, you're trying to get a feel for people by texting, tweeting,
Correct.
Snapchats, like social media. Like, how tough is that getting a vibe from somebody when sometimes you won't meet them until like the day before the set?
Correct, but usually I have a pretty good like feeling when it comes to people. So usually I'll try to meet them earlier, or just schedule a quick call, just to chat with them and see if there is some energy going on, if they grasp the concept. Well, that can give me some light on the whole thing, and I usually have a pretty good like intuitions when it comes to people. So again, usually the people we choose, they are great to work with. I do not have any bigger complaints. Of course, sometimes they need some instructions, but I'm able to feel that someone is smart, good in like expressive, energetic. That's something that is really important for me.
How much does it help that you yourself are a performer? That while you're doing all this, while you're running your company, you're still a performer. You're shooting for the company, you're shooting for Brazzers, you're shooting for Naughty America, so you understand, like, okay, women and guys could be intimidated. I know what that's like. Somebody's getting frustrated because they don't see the concept. And he's like, okay, I get, like, how much does that help you understand everybody? Because you're not just behind the camera, but you're in front of a camera, so you know how everybody reacts, how everybody's
Yeah.
thinking, and what everybody's going through at the same time.
And this is amazing. This is something that helps me a lot because I've already learned from my own experience, and that way I can help, people I work with because I know what are their expectations. I know what they're struggling with. I know what they're dealing with in their head. So it's easier to help them because of my, experience in working with producers, right? And that way, I create a nice environment, and I try, of course. I try, but my goal is to create perfect environment, great vibe, and so everyone feels really good and welcome and treated professionally. Those are the things that I would expect from people I work with. So I'm trying to give the same to the people I work with, who I hire. I'm sorry, just to clarify that.
We're gonna go back to this in a bit. Take it back to you yourself as a performer. You gotta be shooting for some big companies again. You gotta be shooting for Brazzers, Naughty America. You're on the short list. I mean, they call you. It's not like you call an agent, you call somebody, you have to call a bunch of people to get on their site. You're one of the few people that everybody has on speed dial going, hey, Valentina, we want to shoot you for this here. Valentina, we want to shoot you for that here. How nice is that when you're at that stage where you're the boss, you're the one they come to for the scenes, not the other way around?
Yeah, this is amazing. I mean, this is something which is very uplifting, and you know fascinating, and gives me so much confidence. It boosts my confidence, I'm not gonna lie, and makes me feel good about myself, I would say.
How much easier is that also going on set? Even though you're not making the long-term money, it's only a one-time payout. But for one day, it's okay. I don't have to worry about the camera work. I don't have to worry about the makeup. I don't have to worry about everything. Go have sex, get my makeup done. I'll get fed, and just not to worry about being businesswoman, camera woman, editor, script writer. Can just be a performer, not have to worry about everything else.
Yeah, that's correct. It's something that makes me, feel easier. Like it feels much easier, not to that I don't have to deal with like so many aspects and managing, things. It feels great, but the thing is that sometimes what I find challenging is that um I'm like on two end of this project, so to say, because there are times when I'm producing myself, and there are times when I work for someone. So you have to be flexible, you have to be able to do both, right? But if you're like super control freak, then you probably won't be able to listen to the instructions that someone is giving you. But it's not my problem, thank God. But I'm just saying that it's just it feels nice that you don't have to think about certain things, and someone is just doing it for you. So that's awesome.
When you're doing this, as you said, how do you find balance? Because you're doing your OnlyFans, you're doing your many vids, you're doing shooting for Brazzers, Naughty America in the next couple of weeks. You're shooting for probably girlfriends films. You're also shooting
Yeah.
for your own Stephouse here. Like, how do you not get just run down and go, I just don't want to do this. I'm really hating this, because it can be easy after a while, even if you have sex, because it's a business, and you're going, well, I
Hmm.
gotta be this position, that position. Oh my god, my back is killing me. My I think I've pulled a Charlie horse. And how do you manage it so that your body doesn't shut down, your mind doesn't just go, oh, I'm tired. I hate this.
Of course, it's like with any other job, so I think about it this way. It's just like any other job. If you overdo yourself, like you said, you might start hating your job. So the good thing of like being in porn industry is that you can manage yourself the way you want. You can be your own boss, and you can set your goals. You are your own boss. So with that being said, what I'm trying to say is that you definitely have to balance it out, because otherwise you can get easily overwhelmed, and just you would need to recharge your batteries. You would need to reset yourself anyway. So that's something I'm trying to to maintain the balance between work and my personal life. And my favorite things to do, like in my personal life, is just to connect with the nature, go hiking, just disappear, disappear in the nature, so I can recharge my batteries, so I can, come back fresh and like full of energy, full of new motivation, new ideas, and stuff like that. So your mind cannot be in like a constant processing mode, because you're gonna get crazy. So you gotta find time to just like stay with yourself, to connect with the nature. This is a good thing to do. I always recommend that. And just think what you want to do next. Learn from what you've done, learn from your experience, and just plan farther, but you have to stop for a moment, because it's like any other job. If you're like if you're exhausted, it's hard to be happy, and it's hard to enjoy your job, even though it's a very nice and entertaining job. I'm not gonna say no, but it can get to the point that you can definitely overdo yourself. So you gotta be able to balance it out.
You mentioned the balance.
Mm-hmm.
It's very easy to get lost though, because you know how it is. Oh yes, I'm a porn star. I'm a adult performer, a content creator, a porn star. I can make my own schedule.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's you're working 24 hours a day. Coffee is almost like your best friend. You're
Mm-hmm.
missing, easily like first starts off. Oh yeah, miss hanging out with friends, missing hanging out with family. Sometimes miss birthday parties because you're so into your things. How do you? When do you realize like okay, I need to take a day off. I need to take a week off. Like because as you said, it's you and Vincent, and you guys are running your own company. You're doing your own stuff. When did you learn to go? Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
need to take a week off. It's my parents' birthday. I need to take a day off. We're having couples night or friends night. Oh, I need to take a weekend off. I want to recharge my batteries and hanging out,
Mm-hmm.
people I haven't seen in a long time.
So yeah, I would never lose any days like that, any big dates, like big occasions, like birthday, or I don't know, even like I don't know, Valentine's Day, just the example. Those things I really want to celebrate. We've been always like that. We were very like family oriented people. So I would never, give it up for work, for like for this purpose. This is our priority. However, there are times when I feel like you just mentioned, when I just get to the point where I'm like, holy shit, I'm just sick and tired of it. I need a moment of break. And my body would tell me, my body, my mind, my head, I'm feeling bad. I start getting like headaches, I start feeling a little under the weather. So I feel like I catched it. Even if there are times when I catch the infection, that means that my body is in a pretty bad shape. I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm taking a moment of break, because I need to recharge, and I need to take care of my body, of my mental health, and I need to come back fresh and full of new energy, because I don't want to overdo myself. But it's good to catch this moment, because some people, they don't see it, or they just don't want to see it, and they get to the point that it's like a vicious circle of pretty bad emotions, and it's hard to get out of this situation sometimes.
Everything evolves, and you mentioned before your studio evolved from doing small stuff to now it's a major studio. You've evolved from being this porn star to now porn star businesswoman. What's the next evolution for you? Like what for you? Like where are some of the things you're looking on? I want to do this. I want to try that. I want to push the boundaries. Like for you, what are some of the things you're looking at going? I want to try this now that I've had success and I can build off of it.
Um, Definitely I want to focus more on the studio, and just work on some other project I haven't been working on before. I need to be more present when it comes to script writing, casting people. So I want to be more present in the whole process. And this is something I'm still learning because I was like all over and I was trying to, balance it out accordingly. It's been pretty challenging. So now that I've implemented some like good changes and good habits, I want to see how it's actually working, in real life. Because like I said, I think there were times when I just overdid myself and it was, pretty hard. And it got to the point that I had to pause for a moment and just prioritize everything again, and just find, best practices, I guess, to make everything work. Because like I said, it's not easy. It's tough. So I'm really glad that we're doing this together, because it would be definitely impossible to do everything just by one person. And I want everything to be perfect. Like I said, I'm a perfectionist, but sometimes it's just hard to be everywhere, and to make sure that everything is working fine, because I'm not gonna be able to do anything when I'm shooting, right? And what if something happens during that time? You have to have a backup plan. You have to have a backup, a coverage, a person that you can that you can trust and rely on. So I'm glad that I have one.
Toughest part is, as you said, you're a perfectionist. Not everybody can be you. Not everybody's built like you. Not everybody gets it like you, and you know that. I mean, what comes easily to you, other performers are gonna look and go, "I don't get this. I'm sorry. I just doesn't make sense." What you can do sexually, other performers go, I just a little bit out. This is weird here. So when you're casting your stuff, how much do you sometimes give leeway to the performers to go, okay, I'll let you do this because I know you can't do it. I mean, how much do you understand? How tough is it for you understanding? Okay, not everybody can be you, so sometimes you have to let
Hmm.
them be themselves, and they understand. Okay, they can't pull this off, so we're gonna have to ad lib or audio or audible.
Hmm. No, I know what you're saying. I'm a very empathetic person, and I do not expect someone to be like me, because that would be boring. So I always make sure that we're showing the best version of someone, that we're working with. So just to, and they always pull, they always pull through all the great things. So I'm really, like I said, I cannot complain. I've been very lucky. All the people we've worked with so far, they never let us down, and each single of them, they show us something else, and I love to watch everyone grow and evolve with us as well.
Take me back to when you first got into the industry. How
Mhm.
nerve-wracking was it? And how much have you grown as a person since that day? Because it's now been, as you said, your company's almost going on its third year. You've been in this industry now for several years. How much you look back and go, wow, I can't believe I was that, and I can't believe how far I've grown in this short window.
Mhm. Um, it's definitely a process, an evolution process. Um, and I think that I'm definitely, I think I get to the point where I feel more like balanced when it comes to different aspects of my life. I guess I used to have my like day job back then, so imagine how stressful that was for me, to combine everything, to be able to make it all work. So I think that I'm definitely more confident. I've learned a lot. I've met a lot of people from the industry. I've built a lot of connections. I became a business owner as well. So lots of great things over those 3 years or so. Um, and I think that I learn every single day, but I'm definitely way more confident and more calm too. I've learned a lot of good habits and techniques how to deal with dynamics of life when you have to work on so many things at the same time. So I feel like I'm in a pretty good place of my life right now, you know, and I'm enjoying it. I don't want to add much more to my plate. I want to make this work perfectly, and if I'm gonna make it work perfectly, this is something I'll be really really happy with, and then I will start setting probably another goals, if that makes sense. But I don't want to add more because I don't want to like burn myself energetically like I almost did in the past, you know.
So how do you delegate then responsibilities? Because you're very hands-on. You're a perfectionist. Your company, you wear different hats, and eventually, I'm guessing you go, well, I probably need casting, director. I probably need, a full-time writer. I need somebody to
Mhm.
do this. It's because, as I said, it's mostly a two-person show. It's you and Vincent.
Mhm.
Can you do that? Can you find in yourself to go, all right, I'm gonna trust this person to do that because, as you said, you're a perfectionist. You like it. You have these ideas. You're trying to
Mhm.
relay them, and that's tough to do when all of a sudden you're hiring people and trusting them, and B, not micromanaging the fact where you got to call them every day, going, all right, I need this, and then I need this and this and this. Next thing you know, they're like, please, just don't let her phone break. Don't let her call me. Sorry, call me 5 times today. How do you find it and you go, okay, I'm going to hire this person. I'm going to trust them, that they'll see my vision. They'll execute it like I want them to.
So what is your like specific question about it
I
again, just so I
can you do that? How tough is it for you to go? I'm going to give up these duties to somebody else who can actually do it. Take it off my plate.
oh, I know what you're saying. Well, of course, we have a, it's not only us, you know, we have our editor, we have our camera people in Florida and also in Las Vegas. So we have a basically a crew of people we work with, you know. So we communicate through email, either email or text, you know. Phone calls not that often nowadays, you know. But I'm just saying that you, and if it's not me, it's Vince. So we always like back each other up, you know. So I think we got it under control, you know, the whole process of like communication with people and delegating and task delegation, you know. And we have a, you know, all the people are really smart, intelligent. They you know, we've been working with together for quite a while. So yeah, I think everything is working fine. The system we have right now, it's working pretty fine.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we're proud to have on the show. I give you it is the once again business owner, content creator, porn star, and company owner. I give you Valentina Bellucci. So Valentina, before I let you go, where can fans check you out? Where is the website, Twitter, OnlyFans,
uh
Instagram, and where's what's once again, if those who were paying attention, what is the name of your company again?
oh, okay. And I actually wanted to show you guys something. Those are uh my new this is my studio, Stephouse XXX, you guys. Our merch just arrived. Our dear friend just made it for us. So a lot of goodies, including clothing line too. So again, my studio, like I showed before, it's Stephouse XXX, and you guys also can find me on X videos. Of course, Pornhub. I talk to mainly to producers and people from industry on Twitter, but of course, I post all the great things there. So for you guys, please join me there. Join my Instagram as well. It's Valentina Bellucci. I posted almost daily too. And of course, TikTok. This is my new thing, and I really enjoy posting all the great stuff there. So you guys can find me there as well. And I'm really excited to chat with you on any of those platforms.
Valentina Bellucci, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it's Stephouse XXX Productions. Always on a pleasure. I have you on the show. We come back. A lot more going on here. Only on it's After Hours. Only on Full Swap Radio.